Hey fisherman, Aqua Duelist here, and I know I usually have videos up on Tuesdays, and this is going up on Wednesday. Life just kind of happens sometimes, and I'm sorry guys, but at least there's two videos this week, and of course Hestia's walking all over the map. But today I'm giving you guys a Koa'Ki Meiru deck profile. I know everyone says Koa'Ki, but I'm pretty sure, at least the way I see it, it's pronounced Koa'Ki. Um, so yeah. So this concept for this build I had about a couple months before Advanced Pairs came out. So there's no Advanced Pair monsters in here. There's a couple of the spells that are really freaking good and generic. So yeah. Plus, Advanced Pairs are like slightly expensive. You got the one researcher, which is like $40, and I'm just not gonna drop 120 bucks for those. So yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into this. So starting off, play 3 copies of Supplier here. So Supplier, basically whenever a rock monster I control is sent to grave except during damage step, I get to special summon him, and then I can add a Iron Core of Koa'Ki Meiru, or just any card that lists it in its text except him from deck to hand. So he can grab essentially all our other Koa'Ki rock monsters. So yeah. Now for the other ones, I play 3 copies of Overload. So all the Koa'Ki Meirus, basically end phase, you have to reveal a Iron Core or a rock monster in your hand, or they get destroyed, and then you can basically treat them to negate a activation and destroy a card. What you can call it? Overload here, if I remember correctly, he negates a summon. So yeah, that's probably the best one, honestly. And then Guardian over here, tribute him. He negates a monster effect, or the activation of monster effect, and destroys. And then Wall over here negates a spell and destroys it. So, not playing Sandman just because, like my locals has a decent amount of trap decks, but I'd rather side the Sandman rather than main deck it. So yeah. For other rock monster, I play 3 copies of Bear Statue of the Drought. It's just, this is a stun deck, so locking my opponent out of summoning, pretty freaking nice. I know that we have some zoos running around, and Bird Up. They got some Earth stuff in there, but it kind of limits Bird Up's. It limits Bird Up's plays a bit, so it's still kind of good in that matchup. It's like okay-ish, but the only matchup that's not that great in is Zoo. So yeah, so that's it for the monsters. 15 monsters. This is a little low for my monster count, usual monster counts, I feel. So going on to spells, I play 3 copies of Diamond Core of Koa'Ki Meiru. So this basically just lets me add a Koa'Ki Meiru from my deck to hand, and then I can banish it, and then my Koa'Ki monsters can't be destroyed for the turn, so that's pretty cool. Next, I play 3 copies of Emancipator Friends. So with this, I can activate it, and then I basically, whatever the number of rock monsters I control, I add 5 to, and then I can excavate that many cards on top of my deck, and I can add a rock monster from my deck to hand. So it's really nice. It's just a good way to dig and grab something. The other cards are put at the bottom of your deck, and you're locked into rock monsters after using this. Then I play 3 copies of Emancipator Signs. It's just a monster reborn for level 4 lower rock monsters, so it's pretty nice. And then 3 copies of Ties of the Brethren. This is what really gave me the idea for this build. So with this, I know it hasn't seen play in quite some time, but you pay 2,000 life points. Target a monster you control, or a monster you control that's like level 4 or lower, and then you special summon 2 monsters from the deck with the same type and attribute, just different names. So basically, this with any of my monsters literally gets me like 2 or 3 negates, or like 2 negates and the bear statue, which locks some special summoning, or just 3 negates essentially. So I mean, I like it, and surprisingly, this deck holds up pretty well. So yeah, and then I played 2 copies of Pod Desires and 1 copy of Upstart Goblin for draw power. I would play 3 Extravagance if I had Extravagance, but I don't. So yeah, honestly, considering you play 3 of everything, most like 3 of all of the important cards, other than cards that are at 1, you can get away with playing pot. So it's okay either way, and then just Upstart because it's Upstart, make it a 39 card deck. And then my last spell, I play Monster Reborn, so we technically get like 4 Monster Reborns in here, so that's pretty freaking cool. And we get to reuse some resources from the graveyard, so that's always nice. So now going for the traps, I'm playing 3 Judgment, 3 Strikes, and 3 Warnings. Was kind of debating on maybe dropping the warnings for Artifact Sanctum, and then the Upstart for the one Scythe, but I kind of thought, I was thinking about it more and more, and basically, like, if I get the Bear Statue on board, negate their normal summon with this, that's pretty, that's just kind of it, mostly. So I just felt like, I don't know, in this particular build, I felt that, playing, like, Warning over the Artifact Engine would be a bit more, how do you say this? A bit more impactful. So, yeah. So that's it for the main deck. Now, for the extra deck, you're not really going to be using it a whole lot at all, really, because, we just kind of stun with the main deck and stuff, so. But the extra deck is mostly just here if we need it, and we're basically just playing rank 4 monsters. So, for rocks, I'm playing 1 Galleon Granite, 1 Dagosto Emerald, and 1 number 25. Just a couple cards that, I felt like, well, they're just good in general. And if I use Man's Pair of Signs, I can make these, so that's pretty nice. And I'm playing a Utopia package, playing Utopia, Utopia Prime, and then Lightning. The reason why I'm playing Prime is so I can get 2 uses out of Lightning here. Then for just good, generic XCs here, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Tornado Dragon, 1 Gaga Cowboy, to burn for game, 1 Exciton Knight, 1 Light Dragon Agnister. I still think this card's like so freaking underrated. 1 Diamond Dire Wolf. I know that hasn't seen play in quite some time. Castell. It's power crep, but still good XC. 1 Heartland Draco to, poke 2k directly if I need for some reason. And then 1 number 60 Durgus, just because, it's got some unique uses we could go for in this deck. It could help kind of push for game or draw 2. So yeah. So that's it for the deck. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Let me know what y'all think. I think this is something I want to like play around with more, and just mess with some other build ideas. But I just felt like the Ties of the Brethren was a good starting point for this. So yeah, guys, go ahead and harpoon that like button, harpoon that subscribe button if you want to see more awesome content, and comment any comments y'all have. And link in the description down below to my Instagram if you guys want to see, some a little bit like behind the scenes stuff for the channel, or just kind of some other stuff I'm doing in general. You can check that out. So I'll see y'all in the next video.